You're okay. I'm going to light this. This is a long. I want this to burn. This is an old one. I wanted to make sure it burns.
You didn't like the sharp end, did you? Stretch is coming.
Come.
The Fushi is red, man. Is that 20 minutes?
I think a half an hour.
I had to feed the dog, and he took it to take it home. Yeah.
Yeah, pour out what's in your cup.
Holding up production here.
Well, that's got a lot of time on.
I wanted to make sure, these are old, I want to make sure they burn. Yeah. These are real old. They ain't older than me.
That's pretty damn old.
Anyhow, folks, this is our official lighting of the campfire. We did this last night and went out. Yeah. And now we're going to light it again down here in the official pit. And I'm going to give our current Hobo King Stretch the honor of doing it. Hang on to that shoes. You don't lose this. We need it for the wind.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Plenty of WD-40. That's what I use, WD-40.
It works, huh?
Kerosene. This is kind of an informal little lighting here. Anyhow, here we go. We do this all around the country at different hobo gatherings we go to. As we'll explain here. Anyhow, it goes like this. Hello out there to all you hobos and you guys that are hobos at heart. You folks that are here tonight are a very lucky bunch. We are about to do our official lighting of our jungle campfire. We always light our fire with this ceremony at all the hobo gatherings that we go to. Once this fire is lit, it's kept going until the conclusion of the event, which will probably be tomorrow afternoon. All kinds of fires have been recorded down through history. Some of these fires include raging fires, hell fires, electrical fires, oil fires, and friendly fires. This is a friendly fire. Our fire gets in your clothes, and the light from our fire shines upon your faces. You become one of us. You become part of our hobo circle. You belong to the brotherhood of hobos. This fire is the friendliest fire in this country tonight. We will salute the four prevailing winds as we start our fire here tonight. We respect the four winds on our hobo circuit. First, we start with the north wind. The north wind is an ill wind. It is a wind of change. It's cool and refreshing. It restores the energy to the earth when all crops are harvested. We now salute the north wind. Salute! Second, we'll turn to the south wind. The old saying goes that when the wind is from the south, it blows the bait into the fish's mouth. We get the beautiful south wind that we wait for in the spring, and we can't get it too soon after we've had that severe cold winter. We now salute the south wind. Salute! Third, we will salute the east wind. Another old saying is that the east wind is not the best, but we still need it. And that's what we got here tonight, a wind from the east.
I can tell. We're trying to put it out.
When the wind is from the east, it's neither good for man nor beast. We salute the eastern winds because they have some use. Salute the eastern winds. And last, we will salute the western wind. Another old saying goes that when the wind is from the west, then it's time for the very best. You get that beautiful sunset in the west. And that's also where we get our rain, from the west. The rain from the west brings moisture to our crops. It makes everything grow. We now salute the west wind. Salute!
Let's try to keep our fire going here.
Go ahead. And that is our fire lighting ceremony that we do at all these gatherings and the convention at Britt, Iowa that we go to. And we try to keep it going. Sometimes the rain puts it out. We got to light it again. Sometimes it goes out on its own like it did last night, so we're trying to relight it again here. And I think we'll get it. This is our fire, and we respect these four winds and this fire pretty much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Stretch, you got anything you want to say?
I'm gonna get some real dry wood.
It's right here. We already brought it down there, Stretch. It's over here.
Grandpa, you want to say anything?
If you want to, but it's here.
Want to talk to the crowd a little bit?
The first time I've been to this railroad convention. I am very happy to be here. And we probably will be more often. We're here, and so that's the way it is. We like it here.
Thank you.
All right, Grandpa.
Anybody else have anything you want to say?
I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, showing up here for the Rochelle Railroad Days and Hobo Gathering. And hopefully we'll have this again next year.
Here you go. You know, the campfire was the hobo's best friend back in those days when the hobo rode the train. He'd get off the train and there was always some guy in the camp that had a big pot of mulligan stew or hobo stew, and he could get something to eat right away, and it was usually a wood fire. All the hobos went out and gathered wood. They all contributed to the fire, and they all went out and they got food and contributed to the pot for the mulligan stew. The old saying goes, you feed the pot and the pot feeds you. Hobo got wet, he got his gear wet, and he could dry out by the fire. One of the biggest assets to the hoboing community was the fire.
Incoming hobos.
Incoming hobos. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm trying to remember what you said before. They had to carry on a tradition.
Well, they came into the camp, into the jungle, and they went right to the fire. The fire was the centerpiece of the whole thing. And everybody kept it going, and everybody went out and scrounged up wood, like I said, and everybody went out the next day in town and got a bone or a celery or carrots or lettuce or cabbage or something. It all came back and went back into the stew pot for more mulligan stew, and you could eat again. And it was a community event. These camps and these jungles were clean, they were orderly, and you always said when you came into a camp, you left it cleaner when you left than it was when you found it. You always picked up the trash. And if a guy didn't behave, they would give him a match, a wooden barn burner match. We didn't have big cigarette lighters or book matches back in those days. I'm going back into the teens and 20s. And when they handed you a match, that meant go start your own fire someplace else. And if you didn't leave, you were removed by about 10 guys.
And
Somebody
when you
else's
came
wood
in,
can't
went into the
replace it.
jungle, when you first went in there, you could expect a cup of coffee and a bowl of mulligan stew. It's just automatic.
Right.